Hello and welcome back to the channel. Really glad to have you here. This video is a translated version of my original Arabic video placed in my original Arabic channel, so I hope you don't get bothered by the different logo here, but you can check the Arabic channel out if you do speak and understand Arabic. I will put the link in the description box below. So in this video I'll be showing you how I make bone broth on a regular basis. Bone broth is one of the most healing and nutritious broths that I do on a regular basis as part of my meal prep plan in order to nourish my family. I do it in bulk, and I also rely on chicken bone broth as well as beef bone broth or lamb bone broth whenever possible. So usually it's a weekly or a monthly routine, just depends on what we have during the time. I always try to make time for it, and I also freeze the leftovers so I end up with lots and lots of portions to include in future recipes. So let's get started making chicken bone broth. So these are deboned chicken thighs, which I've made a whole batch of chicken thighs baked on with some vegetables, some carrots and peas, and potatoes as well, and I've just deboned them. And when I do a small portion of it, I just debone the chicken thighs, and then I place the bones in a Ziploc bag in the freezer until they come to a large portion where I could use them for bone broth. That way I just take them out of the freezer, put them in warm water, as well as using some sort of acid base. So I'll be using here 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, the organic raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar. You don't have apple cider vinegar, don't worry about it. Use either 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, or 1 tablespoon of sea salt or Himalayan salt. So here in a large pot, while the chicken bones are marinating in that water vinegar mix, I'll be putting in a large pot some parsley, some celery, we've got some garlic, as well as onions, dried rosemary. Any herb can work. If you have dried thyme or oregano, works best, really anti-inflammatory. Some bay leaves. All these herbs work as an anti-inflammatory. They are really nutritious, and also they give a lot of fragrance and a lot of taste to the actual dish itself. So here I have some black pepper as well as turmeric powder. Turmeric and black pepper, really important to combine these two together. So I'll be using 1 teaspoon of turmeric, about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Really helps to activate that curcumin, that anti-inflammatory ingredient that is in turmeric, and it just really boosts that up as well. So I'll be adding some water, and I'll be putting it on medium heat until it just starts to bubble up just a little bit for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll put it on the lowest heat possible for about 8 hours. Now I have tried cooking it for longer. I've tried cooking it for 48 hours. This is the maximum that I've heard of. I've tried cooking it for 24 hours, and the 8 hours is usually what I stick to because of my busy routine, and we've also got a quite small kitchen in the apartment, so this works best for us. And then you just cook it for about 8 hours. I know people who have cooked it for 4 hours in a pressure cooker. I use a slow cooker or a pressure cooker to do the bone broth, just because I like it just on the side and away from the stove top. So here I'll be making another type of bone broth. I will be making some lamb bone broth. So here I've got a bunch of lamb bones ready to go. I'll be pouring over some water. Now these have been frozen. I'll be pouring over some water as well as the apple cider vinegar mix, and straight away I'll be putting in all my herbs and spices, same ones that I've used with my chicken broth. Just relying on the turmeric, the black pepper, and as well as the rosemary, some Himalayan sea salt, whatever vegetables work best for you. Any herbs that you've got, you might want to use carrots, celery, just garlic and onion. Just play around with it, see what you really like, and then just go for it. So yeah, just making a huge batch of bone broth, and then these will store beautifully in jars in the fridge. And then I will also be putting them in silicone molds in the freezer until they're ready, like completely frozen, and then I'll take them out, put them in Ziploc bags in individual serving sizes, and I'll be using them either to make soup, as any water substitute for any salty dish that I want. So rather than putting water, I'll just put in 1 or 2 like parts of bone broth, actual like from the silicone molds, work beautifully. They're also very gelatinous as well, so they're rich in collagen, gelatin, rich in many amino acids and many other vitamins and minerals that this is like a special nourishing dish. We have winter coming up. It's going to be super cold here, about -20 to -30 here in Finland, probably even colder in the north. So I really want to get prepped and ready to have so much actual like nourishing meals to fight colds and flus. So here I'm just making some chickpeas on the side, and usually I just use the pressure cooker with the chickpeas or any other beans or legumes, but I've got the pressure cooker cooking something else at the moment, as well as the slow cooker. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do let me know if you are interested in more videos like this, more recipes. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe, like the video and share. I'd love to have you on board. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.